Minions, Durf here. It's time for another fill-in photos for Fred and Fibbs. And yeah, this is a little out of date, but the message behind it isn't out of date. So yeah, my daddy, he can't really tell time all that good because he hasn't gotten his Marty Mouse House Minions calendar yet. So he's gonna have to order one of them soon, so he knows his dates. So, but I do know that today's date is Halloween. So as a special treat for y'all, I'm going to do another fill-in photos for Fred and Fibbs. So I'm going to color in this picture, and like I said earlier, I whited out this one cat's legs, so it's like Marty's mom's new cat Murphy. Yeah, he has 3 legs, so just don't want to think that I'm lazy. So, alright everyone, I will talk with you later. I'll be back when I finish coloring. Take care, bye! Hey Minions, I'm back, and I'm about to do some photo filling in here, so I'm going to zoom in here with the camera a little bit, and I guess we can start on the buildings here. So, got my little tiny gray crayon, and more importantly, if you notice, I got my human glove. That is the most important thing ever when you're coloring. Because if you don't wear your human glove when you're coloring, fellow raddies, well, your paw's going to get all covered in gook from the crayons. And then your mom or your dad, he's going to go, "Ah, your paw is all dirty. You're going to have to get a bath." And then you get a bath. And nobody likes getting baths. So, #1 rule, always wear your human glove when coloring. So I guess we have like a gray cinder brick building there. And then we're going to have a red brick building here. So, this is, I guess, where colored pencils will be really good because I don't have really sharp crayons. And these little windows here are really, really tiny. So, we'll just color right through them. That's okay. We'll take a little shortcut. But we will get our yellow crayon out though to color these windows in. So it's Halloween today. I hope you all got some good candy. And remember, if anybody threw any candy corn at you, it's okay. That's just the candy corn elf giving you some candy corns. And that also may explain why you might have some candy corns in your shoes. Because the candy corn elf, what he does is he puts candy corns in shoes. Or if you don't have shoes on, say, you might just be walking barefoot. Or you have sandals on, and, you know, sandals don't have, you know, a place where you can put something in them. He'll just throw candy corn at you. My daddy's Zumba instructor, Brenda, she loves candy corn. It's her favorite candy ever. That's why my daddy got her a whole bunch of candy corn. We got her a whole bunch of candy corns. She was so happy. And they did Halloween Zumba last week because, you know, they do Zumba on Mondays and Tuesdays. And obviously, you know, if they waited to do holiday Zumba till tomorrow, it would be November 1st, and it'll be after Halloween. So my daddy went as a gangster. He wore his suit, and he had his gangster hat and a little Tommy gun. Let's finish coloring this little tree over here. There we go. So, once again, my daddy is back to filming because, unfortunately, my former cameraman, Terry, yeah, he went up to heaven. So yeah, Daddy's back to filming me. So, if you don't like the camera angles, it's my dad's fault. Yeah, my dad, he's not a videographer. Let's color all these kitties' noses pink. Yep. Now this kitty down here only has the 3 legs. That's Murphy. And He's a black cat, so we're gonna have to color him black. I have to find my black crayon here. Alright, I got my black crayon here, so I'm going to zoom out here so we can see Murphy a little bit better. Murphy was a special needs catty because he only has 3 legs. My sister, who I got adopted with, well, she got adopted a few weeks later because they had to wait to spay her. But Princess Prin, she was special needs. She didn't have a tail. She did not have a tail. She's also in heaven right now, but yeah. So quite a lot of my brothers at the Mouse Rescue are in heaven too. Last we talked, we only had 2 left. We were in a litter of 9. We were all born at the Mouse Rescue because somebody got a boy and a girl rat, and they didn't realize that they had a boy and a girl, and the girl rat got pregnant. And she had a litter of 9 boys. Me and Arthur were 2 of them. So when Daddy went to adopt us, he didn't know who to adopt because there was 9 of us. And well, all of my brothers were either by themselves or off playing, but Arthur and me, we were laying together in a wooden igloo, and we were just all cozied up and curled up together. And my dad was like, well, those 2 look like they'll get along, so I won't have any trouble with them. So yep, he adopted us. Now, of course, we still got to see our brothers. Every year we go down there for our birthday on May 19th, and we have pizza with them. And this year, we're going to go back there, and we're going to have pizza with them on our 2-year, 6-month birthday. So coming up on November 19th, so yep, less than a month away, maybe like 3 weeks away, we'll be going to go visit our brothers, say hi to them, and maybe because there's not a lot of them left, Daddy will bring, last time he brought Princess Sarissa with us, because she came from the Mouse Rescue too. He adopted her and Princess Prin because they were like, the Mouse Rescue said, well, you're a good rat, Daddy, you should adopt this special needs ratty. So he's like, okay, but you always want to get rats in groups of 2, so they have a friend. And Princess Prin's best friend was Princess Sarissa. So he's like, okay, I'll take them 2 then. Yep. But eventually, like I said, because Princess Prin passed away and Princess Sarissa is still going pretty strong, she ended up moving in with us, Arthur and Durf. And now we have a new cage mate, Pops. Because Pops was living with Dutch and Terry, but both of them went to heaven in the past month, and so Pops would be all alone, and we didn't want that to happen. We're kind of getting along with Pops. Although the past 2 days, we've had a little bit of trouble. You see, Daddy got us candy, because it's Halloween, you know, you gotta get candy for Halloween. And he gave us some chocolate, because unlike dogs, rats can actually eat chocolate, and a little bit of chocolate could actually be good for us because it helps us with our respiration, some of the nutrients in the chocolate. So he gave us chocolate. Well, turns out Pops is a big fan of chocolate. And what Pops would do, Pops would take all the chocolate and he'd hide it. He'd get all the chocolate and he would take it and he'd hide it in his little chew log. And then we'd be like, hey, Pops, why are you stealing all the candy? We want some candy. And then we'd try to get into the log to get some of the candy, the chocolate. He'd get all angry at us and we'd have a little bit of a scuffle. Daddy wasn't sleeping very good the past 2 nights because we kept waking him up. But we just want chocolate, Dad. That's all we want. All we want is chocolate. Yep. So, let's call it a sidewalk here. Black. Whoop, I slipped. Whoop. That's okay. We'll be okay. Now this cat here, he's going to look pretty tough to color, so we're going to color him last. One of the things I like to do is I like to take care of, like, you know, the easier things first. So for instance, right now we can go to do this really tough cat here, or we can do the little grass here. And the grass will be really easy to do because it's, you know, it's pretty big. So we'll just do that standard, you know, where I'm gonna trace the outline of the grass, and then I'm gonna color it in. So yeah. I forget where Daddy got this picture from. I think he might have been Grafton Animal Hospital. They're always giving out different color pictures to color. I'm gonna have to go to them in about 2 months for my 6-month checkup. Yep, it's important to go to the vet. I know the vet is kind of bad because they shine light in your eyes and they do that really cold little metal thing they put on you to check your heart rate and all that stuff. But it's important that, you know, you do go to the vet and that, you know, your human takes you to the vet because it just helps you take care of yourself and helps you live long, productive lives. Yep, and then that way you have plenty of time to watch my fill-in photos for Fred and Fibbs. I wonder how all the ratties up in heaven and all the other pets are celebrating Halloween. Because they get unlimited strawberry shakes and all the snacks they want all the time, so I guess it isn't that big of a holiday for them because they get all they want to eat whenever they want to eat. I don't know. Maybe I'll have to ask somebody next time they hype. Heaven is heaven Skype. See, I have human gloves on both my paws, minions, because I'm just holding it down here so the paper doesn't shift. I should get an easel. That's what I need to do. Like Bob Ross. Then I can have a little easel and it'll be easier to film these things. Maybe that'll make it easier for Daddy to film. Daddy, for Christmas, you need to buy me an easel. And maybe some new crayons, because these ones are getting broken and dull, and even when you sharpen them, they don't last too long. So I hope all you people out there have been being good this year. Because remember, Christmas is coming up. We have Thanksgiving, and then we got Christmas. And if you haven't been good this year, well, Santa Paws isn't going to be very nice to you. For those of you who don't know, there's Santa Claus, and he gives the humans who are good candy and treats and stuff like that. And then there's Santa Paws, and he's the white, long-haired rat who lives at the North Pole. And he has white fur, so he blends in with the snow. That way you don't see him. Because if you knew where he was, you'd probably try to follow him to his secret workshop to get all his toys. And that would not be good. I remember that. The one year I remember, Milo saves Christmas. Santa ran out of travel juice. And he was like, Milo, quick! I need you to come make travel juice for me. And Milo saved Christmas. So, what a good boy. You know what? I have a lot of blue crayons, so I'm going to make this cat blue. I'm going to make his... Ooh, I broke my crayon, see? Yep. I guess I'm getting too strong. I'm pressing too hard. I guess it's all those, that good oxbow rat pellet that I've been eating, and the running up and down the cage, and all that stuff. I must be building up my paw strength. Exercise is very, very good. Even if it's just a little walk a day. All the tangible benefits of exercise. Stay healthy, stay moving. Although, my vet always says that I need a little bit more exercise because I got a little chunk on me. But it's okay because my vet says the same thing about Arthur. So that way my brother Arthur can't tease me and be like, ha, you're chunky and need to go on a diet. The only one who's apparently at a good weight is Princess Sarissa. The vet says, Princess Sarissa, you're at a perfect weight. She's like, I know, I got some royalty and I'm a princess. I don't think being a princess has anything to do with your weight management. But Princess, she gets a lot of exercise because she's crazy. She's going to be 3 years old. Yep. They don't know her exact date because she's another rescue too at the mouse rescue. But she was at the mouse rescue at least 6 months before myself and Arthur were born. So she's at least 6 months older than us, which means that when we're 2.5, she'll be turning 3. Wow. Uh-oh. Maybe if she keeps going, she might outlive the incredible Sadie. Sadie was a fellow Marty Mousehouse Minion rat. She lived to over 5 years old, which is amazing. Wow. Now, speaking of living, one thing that you can do to make life easier here is for these little kitties here is Feral Cat Day is they have see if there's an organization out there, if you know where there's feral cats living, see if there's like an SPCA organization, and what they end up doing is they trap the feral cats. And even though the feral cats can't be made pets, they can spay and neuter the feral cats so they don't contribute to the pet population, the pet overpopulation. So, there used to be a feral cat colony where my daddy used to live. And they had an SPCA there who trapped them, and then after they were spayed and neutered, they'd release them. So, it's a tough world out there for those little feral kitties, because they unfortunately don't have a human to take care of them and give them a nice shelter and stuff like that, so they have to survive on their own. So anything you can do to maybe make their life easier, you know, make sure there's less of them out there, with telling the organizations about them if you know where there are any, so they can do that, you know, catch and release. Spay and neuter. My sister, Princess Prin, she had to get, and Princess Sarissa, they both had to get spayed. That's why they got adopted a few weeks after Arthur, me and Arthur were adopted, because we didn't want to have intact boy and girl in the same house, because then that's how you get extra babies. So gotta control that pet population, like Bob Barker on The Price is Right used to say. I wonder if Drew Carey, he took over The Price is Right, I wonder if he says that. I haven't watched The Price is Right in a while, Minions. Alright, that looks pretty. But you know what? I have a bonus episode. I'm going to have another fill-in photo for Fred and Fibbs here. And it'll be a quick one because it's Frank the Feral. It'll be the same thing, but this guy's going to be a little bit easier to color because he's a little less complicated. So I'm trying to look. Let's make him brown. We'll make his little toes this, like, bronze color. I should zoom it out here. Well, then we'll do his hands, and then we'll zoom out at the end. So, good old Frank the Feral. Now, that Frank the Feral, that's like alliteration. And alliteration is when you have several words that kind of in a row that have the same sound. So Frank Feral. This can be a lot of tongue twisters, you know. A lot of tongue twisters or alliteration, you know. Sally's shells, seashells by the seashore. That's tough for me to say. It's probably even going to be tough for my daddy to say. I don't usually practice speaking English because I speak ratty with my brothers and sisters. The reason I like to speak ratty is because, well, even though rats understand English and can understand what, people say to them, people just, they don't understand rats. So it's a way for us to keep our things secret, You could be like, hey, Arthur, I want you to go over there, and if you do that, you can distract Daddy, and then I can get the treats. Good job, Doof. And then we sneak out and get the treats, and Daddy doesn't even know. And, yeah. But if we spoke in English, then Daddy would understand us, and we wouldn't be able to do all our sneaky stuff. I hope that Santa Paws doesn't watch fill-in photos for Fred and Fibbs, or else he would have just heard some of the sneaky things that we do. And he wouldn't give us toys. Yep. What are some of your favorite toys, Minions? I like stuff I can chew on. Even if it's not a toy. Now my non-rat brother Spartacus, he's got arthritis in his back leg, so in order for him to jump up onto the bed, my daddy got a ramp, a pet ramp for him. It's wood. And even though it's not a toy for me, it's a ramp for him. I like to chew on it. We all like to chew on the sides. Yep. And that's probably my favorite toy right now. Yep. And boxes. Boxes are fun. Why like the thing that's in the box when you just eat the box? That's what I like to do. I like to chew on the boxes and make a mess in my cage. Yeah, every week, Daddy, he gets mean, and he tears up our cage, and he cleans it all up, and we're like, Daddy, we worked really hard to make it the way it looks like, and now you have to mess it all up. But that's okay. Dad does a lot of good things for us, so we'll forgive him. Yep. And I hope that I'm doing some good things for you all here, and that you're enjoying my fill-in photos for Fred and Fibbs. Yep. It'll be almost 5 years in November here, when anniversary of Fibbs winning the presidency in 2016. Then he took the oaths of office in January 2017. Wow. Best president ever. Good old President Fibbs. Peace and donuts for everyone. I'm not really a fan of donuts. They're too big. I like to get my food and I like to carry it around with me, And a donut, you can't really fit it in your mouth. You gotta take a little bite here, a little bite there, and, it's just not my thing. Not my thing. But, I like Yogi's. Yogi's and Cheerios. Doesn't matter what type of Cheerios. Honey Nut, plain Cheerios, frosted Cheerios. They're all good. But since it's Halloween, I've been getting different snacks. Yeah, Daddy's been giving us some chocolates, some M&Ms. I think M&M stands for Mars and Milton. Milton Hershey was the guy who did, he's the business owner who started Hershey chocolate, and Mars was another fellow chocolate maker, and Milton Hershey ended up buying his business out. But, he honored him by naming one of the most famous candies, M&M's, after the two of them sell. My daddy used to go every year, although he hasn't gone in about 4 years maybe. He used to go up all the time to Hershey Park in the winter. Around Christmas time, they have their Festival of Lights. But now, with all the ratties that he has, he can't go up there because there's no one to babysit us and to rat sit us, and he can't take us with him to Pennsylvania because Grandma doesn't like us. Yeah. My dad hasn't seen his mom or Grandma in about like 4 years. Because she doesn't come down to visit us because she doesn't like rats. What's wrong with her? She's like, I'm not coming down there with the rats in the house, and you're not coming up here with rats either. She says, if you bring those rats up here, I'm going to hit them with the broom. Oh, that's mean. I think someone should hit her with a broom for not liking rats. Mm-hmm. Yeah. But, all right, we're almost done with Frank the Feral here. And then I'll have to come back with my closing thoughts and show off all my work. And yeah, just a little bit. Like I said, Frank the Feral, he's not going to be too hard to color because, like I said, he's not very complicated. We just use the standard thing where we trace the outside and get a nice little highlighted line. And that helps us stay in the lines when we go back and forth. And then we'll just trace his eyes. Ooh. Trace the eyes. See, now everything is traced. And then we can just do our coloring going from one side to the other. So I'm going lower left to upper right. I maintain that little, the same pressure and the same stroke at the same direction. And that keeps it nice and smooth. And that's our Feral Frank. So I'll be right back with both my things and my closing thoughts. See you in a bit, minions. Bye! Hey minions, Durf back, and as you can see here are my two pictures that I colored. I colored in Frank the Feral, the Feral Kitty, and then also for National Feral Cats Day, like I said, this is a little out of date, but this message still applies. You know, we got to take care of our friendly kitties, whether they're indoor cats or outdoor cats. So, yep, I hope you enjoyed this fill-in photos for Fred and Fibbs. And likewise, I hope that you had a great Halloween. It's a very big holiday season coming up here. We got Thanksgiving coming up, and then we got Christmas coming up, and we have Veterans Day coming up for all our veterans out there. So I just want to say thank you to all the veterans. And I also want to say, you know, happy holidays for everybody out there, whether you celebrate Christmas, Thanksgiving, or some of the other holidays like Hanukkah, or maybe another religious holiday. So y'all take care. I appreciate it. Thanks for following along, and thank you for once again watching this special treat. Yep, so that's my treat for you on this Halloween. So take care, everyone. This has been Durf, and this has been my fill-in photos for Fred and Fibbs. Take care, everyone. Bye. And Marty's mom, I hope that Murphy's doing well with y'all. I know, well, he is, so, because you're a good rat and cat mom. Take care. Bye.